So we've had another mass shooting in America. This time it happened at a Waffle House in Tennessee. According to Reuters, and this is a strange story, so bear with me. A nearly nude gunman killed 4 people on Sunday and then fled from this Waffle House after a patron had wrestled the rifle from his hands, the AR-15 assault-style rifle. Now, the suspected shooter, identified by authorities as Travis Reinking, fled on foot, and then, of course, earlier today, breaking news, he was apprehended by police. Not shot and killed by police, but apprehended by police, and has now been taken into custody. Now, let me have some details here. Again, this is a very strange story with some very strange details in it. Now, the gunman, who was naked except for a green jacket, came into the Waffle House after shooting and killing 2 people in the parking lot shortly before 3:30 a.m. He then entered the restaurant and opened fire, killing 1 patron and wounding another, who later on died in the hospital. So, look, this guy sounds like he's got some issues. Okay, first of all, obviously doing a horrific attack against innocent people in what is just violence for no reason. You know, violence for the sake of violence is what it sounds like to me, and it's just, it's gross, and it's sad when, you know, people get to this level. Now, there are some questions about his mental state, which seems obvious from what I've told you already, but there's actually more information. For example, there was something that they knew about this guy. They've known that he was mentally unstable for quite some time. For example, he believed that Taylor Swift had been stalking him. That's rather specific and very strange. There was a story where he had once went into a public pool wearing like a dress. If you wear a dress, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, he's had other really strange behavior, once declaring himself a sovereign citizen as well. And actually, I have some information about that too. Authorities knew he was unstable and knew that he was a danger to possibly himself or others. And look, he had even threatened the White House. Seriously. In July 2017, Reinking told a uniformed Secret Service officer that he had to get into the White House so he could speak with the president. Okay. When he was denied, he then told the officer, no, it's okay. I'm a sovereign citizen, so United States laws don't apply to me. Oh. Yeah, well, the Secret Service guy, he wasn't really buying that excuse. And he's like, no, you're going to have to go. If you want to into the White House, you're going to have to request a tour. That's the best I can do for you, bro. And you can't, doesn't mean you can speak to the president. He said, no, I'm a sovereign citizen. I have the right to inspect the grounds. No, you don't. Now, after telling this man to move again, the report states that Reinking took his tie off, balled it into his fist, began approaching the officer, and walked past the security barriers, saying, quote, do what you need to do, arrest me if you have to, but I'm going to inspect the grounds. So, look, he was arrested. He was, charged with unlawful entry, and then had entered into a deferred prosecution agreement with community service. So through all of that, just trying to barge into the White House randomly. Oh, no, don't worry about it. I can talk. I need to talk with the president. He gets community service. Now, on that, according to court documents, in November of 2017, the court determined Reinking had successfully completed his program, and the case against him was dismissed. Now, shortly after his release, he was interviewed by the FBI in Illinois, where he had lived at the time. Now, during that interview, or I should say after that interview, when they found out that he had some instabilities, Authorities revoked his firearm authorization and seized 4 of his weapons from his home. That included a 9mm handgun, a AR-15 assault-style rifle, a CZ USA .22 caliber rifle, a Remington 710, as well as random ammunition. Now, that AR-15 style rifle happened to be the same rifle that he used to carry out Sunday's Waffle House attack. So, wait, how did he get that back? Well, let me get into the information there. After that, those weapons were taken from his home and ammunition, the court decided, well, we can't keep these weapons. I'm sorry, the police decided that we can't keep those weapons. We can't deny this man his Second Amendment rights, so we're just going to have to return the weapons. Well, wait a minute here. Wait. Nashville police learned that that Reinking's father, Jeffrey Reinking, had been given these weapons, but he was told to keep them secure and, if possible, keep them away from his son. Well, now we're just going to return these weapons to your family, and we're just going to tell your dad to keep an eye on them and kind of keep you away from them. You know, for your own safety and for the safety of others, right? So, however, Nashville police, which of course they moved to Nashville later on, learned that Jeffrey acknowledged giving the guns back to his son. Oh, hey, look, the cops gave me the guns. I'm going to give you your guns back. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Here's your guns. You want your AR-15, son? Have at it. I mean, I know you're mentally unstable and everything like that. And I know you have an issue with weird stuff and that you believe that you're a sovereign citizen and that the laws of the United States don't affect you at all. So here you go. Here's your gun. Have fun. Well, we saw what happened. Look, man, they took his guns. They gave them back to his dad. His dad gives them to him. And there you go. This is the result of that. I mean, couldn't they just destroy the weapons? They could have. I mean, again, we knew he was a danger. He was even told, you can't have those guns. I mean, I guess he can, but we would suggest that you keep them away from him. Why not destroy the weapons? Why not? Oh, no, can't do that because Second Amendment. We got to have the Second Amendment. I mean, that's it, right? Got to give them back. Oops. Oh, looks like he just killed 4 people with them. But you know, had they destroyed the weapons, the NRA would have been livid. They'd have been like, I can't believe it. How dare you destroy those weapons? How dare you keep this young man from his weapons, from his Second Amendment rights? You are trampling his freedom. Well, this is what happens. Gee, I wonder if the NRA or even if Donald Trump's going to weigh in. I mean, this guy had once paid a visit to the White House, so you would think this is something that President Trump would actually comment on, but no, nothing so far. Look, everybody knows that if you want to talk to the President of the United States, it doesn't matter if it's a Democrat or Republican, you can't just barge in. No, the way that you can get a meeting with them, get to talk with them, is if you become a giant donor. So if you want to talk to him, just get out your checkbook and write a $500,000 check. Well, he'll be happy to meet with you after that. And of course, for Trump, just shell out $200,000 and just go to his winter White House, Mar-a-Lago. There you go. But look, speaking of writing checks and getting access, well, what do you think the NRA did? They're one of the biggest backers of President Trump during the 2016 election. But anyway, look, this is a disaster. Here again, we have another senseless shooting, another pointless shooting here in America where it could have been prevented had we had better gun laws. Had we had something to prevent somebody who was mentally unstable from being able to get their hands on another weapon. In this case, it was his own guns. Look, people say that this kind of stuff can't happen. No, it can happen, and it does happen, and pretty soon it will end up happening in your neighborhood, if it already hasn't. It's only a matter of time. When you have more guns than people, when you are awash in an ocean of weaponry, it's only a matter of time. Tick tock. Tick tock. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.